How much money do you have?
Well, you tell me and I'll tell you. No, I'm kidding. Actually,
I'm not running for president.
Yes, no, I understand. I actually disclosed in a financial disclosure statement all of the assets which I own, and I think the estimate in there is a pretty wide range. It's been widely reported, and my net worth is within that number. And frankly, it's not
within
something.
250 million.
Well, it's between 150 and about 200 and some odd million dollars. I think that's what the estimates are. And by the way, I didn't inherit that.
Newt Gingrich called you anti-immigrant. This morning he told me that you have shown no humanity for the people that are here, meaning undocumented immigrants. And he called your self-deportation plan for undocumented immigrants a fantasy. Now, how are you going to convince millions of undocumented immigrants to go back to poverty and violence?
Well, let's go back piece by piece, if we will. First of all, it's very sad.
He called you an anti-immigrant.
Yeah, very sad for a candidate to resort to that kind of epithet. It's just inappropriate. There are differences between candidates on important issues, but we don't attack each other with those kind of terrible terms. I am not anti-immigrant. I'm pro-immigrant. I like immigration. Number two, you said he made another comment that
he said that you have shown no humanity for the people who are here.
I'll get to that, but he also said something about the self-deportation.
He says it's a fantasy.
Actually, he was asked on the Laura Ingraham show whether he supported self-deportation, and he said yes. And his spokesman also said that the speaker supports self-deportation, the concept of self-deportation. So, unfortunately for him, these are things he's already spoken out about, and he spoke out about them in favor. Now I recognize that it's very tempting to come to an audience like this and to pander to the audience and to say what you hope people will want to hear. But frankly, I think that's unbecoming of a presidential candidate, and I think that was a mistake on his part.
A few days ago, I had a conversation with a dreamer. Her name is Lucia Ayain. I think you met her in New York. She was brought here when her parents, when she was only 10, from Peru, and she wants to go to college. But if you become president, she wouldn't be able to go to college. Why are you punishing her? What has she done wrong?
Well, actually, I'm not punishing her. I don't think that she should get.
Well, you would, because she wouldn't go to college. No?
Well, she can go to college. There's no requirement that she goes to a college that provides a in-state tuition break.
She can't pay for that.
Well, there are many colleges in the United States, and there are some that are relatively inexpensive. And one can go to a college that's not as expensive as others and shop to those that have a better deal. I'm not sure what the price is here at Miami-Dade, but my guess is it's not terribly exorbitant. And so people can choose a college. And so the idea that we have to provide an in-state tuition break to people to be able to allow them to come to college, I reject that idea.
Are you Mexican-American? Could you be the first Hispanic president?
I would love to be able to convince people of that, particularly in a Florida primary. But I think that might be disingenuous on my part, because in my case, my dad was born in Mexico, and I'm proud of my heritage. But he was born of U.S. citizens who were living in Mexico at the time. And was not Hispanic. He never spoke Spanish, nor did his parents. So I can't claim that honor.
So you wouldn't call yourself Mexican-American, even though he's Mexican by definition. I just read the Mexican Constitution, and they said that he is.
I don't think people would think I was being honest with them if I said I was Mexican-American. But I would appreciate it if you'd get that word out. That'd be.